Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all feeling well today, this Sunday afternoon. So we've got a good game about to start here in the next 15 minutes. It's the North London Derby, uh, Spurs versus Arsenal. Always a game worth watching. Always blood and thunder. Uh, two teams that don't want to lose these games. Arsenal never want to lose to Tottenham, and Tottenham certainly don't want to lose to Arsenal. So it'll be a really committed game, one that I'm looking forward to. Hopefully everybody else is as well. The teams have been announced. This is the teams that we've got so far. So for Spurs, it's Vicario in goal, and it's Udogi, Van de Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, Madison, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Son, Solanke, and Johnson. And for Arsenal, it's Raya in goal, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Trossard, Partey, Jorginho, Martinelli, Havertz, and Saka. So it's two top sides going at each other. Probably Arsenal were slight favourites in this game. In the last two seasons, they've been the team that's pushed Man City right to the last game for the title. So we expect it to be the same again. There's the perennial argument about Arsenal that they've got no one to put the ball in the back of the net. But last year they scored goals from all over the place. So there's no reason to think that can't happen again. If anyone has any comments that they want to make regarding this game, is there any Arsenal fans or Tottenham fans in? Want to predict a score for this one? I'm predicting it's going to be closest. I think it could probably end up a draw. I'm going for the draw, but I think if anyone's going to win it, Arsenal might pinch it 2-1. But I'm going for a 1-1 draw for this. That's my gut feeling. Arsenal will really want to win this one as well. They've got to keep up with Man City, who had another win yesterday, so they're 100% at the moment. Everybody's chasing them. Liverpool lost yesterday, so they've fallen behind a bit, losing to Notts Forest. Arsenal will be looking for goals from all over the side. Trossard has got a few goals. We know Jorginho can. Martinelli, Havertz he's been a revelation since he left Chelsea and went to Arsenal, and nobody expected him to be as good as he is, but he's joined a good side, and he's flourished in that side, which is a surprise. We all know what Bukayo Saka can do, so they're a formidable outfit of Arsenal. But Spurs will be up for this in front of their own fans. There's no doubt about that. And with hello, Kirsty. Nice to see you back. You're looking forward to this game. I think everybody is. Nice of you to join us and support the channel. We're just setting the game up here at the moment. Just announced the two teams, and we're just discussing really what we think the score might be in this game. Who's the favourite for this game? I'm leaning towards a draw myself, for 1-1 draw, or a possible Arsenal pinching it 2-1. But it's going to be a fully committed game, as this. There's no doubt about it. It always is. I think Spurs' problem is that they're missing Harry Kane. They need Solanke to get off the mark and get scoring. Son will always contribute a few goals. They need Kulusevski to create stuff for him, as well as Johnson. So I think Tottenham are still in the transitional period, but they won't want to lose this game in front of their own fans. they've got aspirations for the top four and for a European place. And if you're going to get that, you've got to beat teams like Arsenal when they come to your own ground. And that's why I think it's going to be a really tight game. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. And that's my prediction. Thanks to Simply Joy. Nice to see you back again, supporting the channel. It's really kind of you to be doing that. Really does help this channel grow. If we can get a few more viewers in over the next few weeks and a few more subscribers, then we can look to invest anything that we get in the way of money towards upgrading equipment and changing software as well, which is an ambition that we have here. But for the moment, we'll carry on with this. With 10 minutes to go to the kickoff, if anyone's got any suggestions, anything they want to discuss regarding this game or any of the other games that have gone on over the weekend, we can get stuck into them while waiting for the game to start. At the moment, on the network coverage, it's just all advertisements, so there's nothing to see on there at the moment. But it looked like the ground was filling up, as you would expect. I won't imagine there'll be a spare seat in the ground at the Tottenham Stadium. It will be packed and should be a good atmosphere for a good game. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, then please do. Just helps the channel grow a bit more. Hit the notification button, because we will be doing plenty of watch-alongs during the season. And if you want to get any comments in, then please do. I'll be happy to discuss them amongst the community. We're just talking a moment about what we think the score might be in this game today. It's going to be a tight one. There'll be a lot of tackles flying in, and it's going to be a bit blood and thunder, as we said already. And that always adds to the excitement of these games. So we're really looking forward to it. Arsenal will want to win this game just to keep up with Man City, who are flying at the moment. But Tottenham have got their own aspirations of a Champions League spot, so it's a tough one to call, is this? And I reckon that a goal early on will be vital to either of these two teams. But I'm calling a 1-1 draw for this one. Anybody else has got anything that they want to say regarding the score or the teams? The teams are Vicario in goal for Spurs, Udogi, Van de Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, Maddison, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Son, Solanke and Johnson. And for Arsenal, it's Raya in goal, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Trossard, Partey, Jorginho, Martinelli, Havertz, and then Saka. There's one thing that we don't know about these two teams, that they've got plenty of pace up front. So there should be plenty of attacking, which is what we're really looking forward to. So get your comments in if you want to. We can discuss them before the game starts. It's always nice to read a few comments and see what people are thinking regarding this game. Just looking at the TV coverage, it's still advertisements at the moment, but it looks like the Spurs Stadium is filling up quickly. And with just 6 minutes to kick off, and we're looking forward to seeing the teams coming out and seeing what pattern they're playing at the moment, because we don't know at the moment. Kester says that she thinks a 1-1 as well. Saka and Son. Yeah, I think that's a good call for Saka and Son, yeah. Solanke, he needs to get off the mark. Havertz, he's playing well up front, but you won't say he's a regular goal scorer. He does miss a lot of chances, so Saka and Son's a good call. I would say I'm going for a 1-1 draw personally as well. Does anybody else have a score they'd like to share with us? thanks to everybody who's joined us at the moment. It's good to see more and more viewers as this channel becomes established. It's great to see you all, and thank you very much for your support. Please do hit the like button and the subscribe if you can, just to help us. It looks like the teams are lining up. The mascots are in the tunnel at the moment, and typically the network coverage is getting as many advertisements in as possible before the game gets started. So there's nothing really to see at the moment. Yeah, I saw the highlights of that game this morning, Kirsty. Yeah, it was no surprise to see Everton go in front and then lose the lead again. They've done it a couple of times already this season, haven't they? If they could just get the defence sorted out, they might be able to pull themselves out of trouble. It's only early in the season yet, and I still don't expect Everton to be down there at the end of the season. I expect it's going to be a shootout between the three promoted sides. But Everton need to start picking up points. There's a lot of pressure on the manager now, and a couple more games, 2 or 3 more games before the next international break. And I'll tell you something, I think that if Everton lose them, I think the manager might be getting kicked out during that international break, and they'll find someone else, which is a shame, really. But that's the way it is in football at the moment. Teams are in the tunnel at the moment, just getting themselves ready. Just getting ready to come out. They're all chatting away with the mascots. Must be an exciting day for those mascots, but I know that they pay a lot of money for it as well. It's not a cheap thing. So Arsenal have taken 28 out of 30 points in all away games in 2024. That's some record, that, isn't it? And that points towards an Arsenal win, but Song Heung-min has scored the most goals versus Arsenal, 7 of any Tottenham player. It's a new one for me. Anyway, the players are about to come out now. Looking forward to this one. I can only imagine what it's like walking out into a stadium packed with, 70,000 Tottenham Stadium halls. Imagine the atmosphere. It's a magnificent stadium, and it's absolutely packed. A nice day in London as well. Looks like the sun's shining. Good day for football. We're just going through the preliminaries now. They're just lining up alongside each other. Wearing the Hull City jersey from last season, home shirt today, the best jersey they've done. They change them every year, don't they? That's the problem. Hoping to screw money out of all the supporters. It's a shame, but yeah, I thought the jersey from last season was a good one. It did look the business. See, we took a dent on our promotion push yesterday with that 1-0 loss to Burnley. Apparently, I didn't see the game. I haven't even watched the highlights because I don't like to watch when Leeds lose. But it's a poor loss, was that? Apparently, Leeds was all over them, and we are the same as a lot of teams around us. We just don't have a goal scorer, and that's what lets us down. I'm just going through the teams now. Yeah, there was a red card, but it was too late in the game to affect it, wasn't it? It was in the last few minutes. If it had been sent off early in the second half, it might have been to Leeds' advantage, but it was just too late, unfortunately. Leeds have got some difficult games coming up soon. They've got Sheffield United, they've got Watford, Cardiff away next week, which won't be an easy game. So we've got to pull our fingers out, same as both our teams have, Kirsty, I think, don't you? Need to start picking up points for differing reasons. Both teams just going through the preliminaries, shaking hands, the final team talk. Two captains in the middle with the referees just going through the toss. A couple of photographs. Arsenal are just pull themselves across to one side and having a bit of a team huddle while the toss is being taken. Yeah, Cardiff should be an easy game, but Leeds always seem to find a way of making things difficult for themselves. And we haven't got the greatest of record at Cardiff, so you would expect Leeds to win, but I don't know. After all the signings that Leeds made, I was quite confident of the team. I thought we had a good squad and we would hit the ground running after an international break, but it was a poor loss to Burnley, and I don't have the confidence in the goal scoring at the moment. Anyway, it looks like we're just about to get started. Tottenham kicking from right to left. Tottenham in their usual outfit, but Arsenal are in all black. And away we go. Goes all the way back to the keeper, Raya, and he drives it down. Havertz challenges for it, but it comes to Saka on the left. He's supported by White. Ball goes out. White throws it in. Havertz is in the box. Ball's bouncing around, but it's headed out before it gets to Havertz, and it's a corner to Arsenal early in the game. Looks like Saka will take it. It'll be a left-footed in-swinger from the right-hand side. Early chance for a good corner to be put in and Arsenal to put Tottenham under pressure. Usual pushing and shoving in the box as usual, but there's a lot of Arsenal players deep in the box. As the corner comes in now, it's headed away at the near post. Didn't beat the first man. Comes out to Jorginho. He plays it back in. It's defended well on the left-hand side. It's drilled down the left-hand side. It goes to Saliba. He plays it back to Raya, who drives it into the midfield. Tottenham have won the ball there. Kulusevski is fouled in the middle of the Arsenal half. It's a free kick that's taken quickly. Maddison takes it and gets it back. It goes across to the left. Udogie was supporting Maddison, but Maddison's been having to go backwards. Van der Ven has to go backwards as well, and it eventually ends up with a keeper, Vicario. He plays out to his right. Across the box again to Van der Ven. He plays a ball across to the right. It's a bit walking pace at the moment. Tottenham looking for runners. They're not getting them. Vicario has the ball. Goes across to the left to Udogie. He's making some progress down. Son plays a ball across to the right-hand side to Johnson. He brings it down and plays it into midfield. It's Bentancur on the ball. Lays it across to the right. Gets it back. Does Bentancur. He goes across to Van der Ven. Back across to Romero. Maddison plays a ball into the box, but it's too deep, but it comes to the back post. Son has it. He's under pressure on the touchline. He's still got it under control. He's under severe pressure. He has to go back to Udogie and back to Van der Ven. It's well played by Son. Under a lot of pressure, he managed to keep control of it. Oh, and that's poor by Tottenham to give it away. I think it was aiming at Udogie, but he just kicked in between him and Van der Ven, and Arsenal have picked it up. Ball across to the right-hand side. Looking for Martinelli. It was short of Martinelli. It was cut out by the defender, Romero, and he's fouled as Martinelli tries to get a tackle in. Free kick. Just on the edge of Tottenham's box on the right-hand side. Arteta already barking out instructions on the touchline there. Trying to get his men to squeeze the Tottenham defence. Comes out to Udogie. Saka puts a little bit of pressure on him and he has to go back to Van der Ven. He goes across to Romero. No pressure on Romero. He's got plenty of space. Plays it back to Van der Ven. And Udogie in plenty of space on the left. He can make a bit of space for himself and go forward. Son gets it, swaps passes with Udogie. Son is under pressure and is giving the ball away. I think Saliba tried to give the ball back to Saka, but it whirls out for a throw and Tottenham have it. Maddison takes the ball forward. Bentancur to Udogie. Solanke plays it inside to Son. He's in the box. It's laid back and it's a great save at the near post by Raya. It was a good move. It was cut back. I think it was Kulusevski who had a left-footed shot. It was going in the near post, but Raya had it covered. Good save and a good move by Tottenham there. They have the corner, and Kulusevski is going to take the corner. Oh, no, it's not. It's Maddison. Maddison's going to take it right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. Ball comes in now. It's deep. Raya comes for it and catches it easily at the edge of his 6-yard box. He's looking to release the ball. He throws it in front of... that's Johnson. And outpaces Martinelli. The ball's laid forward. Solanke gets his head on it. No chance of controlling it, but it actually comes out well for Tottenham because it comes to Maddison and Udogie. Maddison again. Back to Maddison. Udogie to his left. He's going to give it to him. He does. So Saka's with him. Wins the ball. And then it's cleared for a throw to Tottenham on the left-hand side. Maddison gets the ball off Son from the throw. Gives it to Udogie. Maddison is going to go across field to Romero. Got Johnson on the right. Plays it inside, goes for a 1-2. But the ball's covered as it was played down the right-hand side and it's pushed out for a corner to Tottenham. Good defending as he went with his runner after that 1-2 was played down the line. But it's a corner. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger from the right-hand side. Ball's played in. It's good save by Raya again. It was bouncing. I think everybody was waiting for someone to touch it, didn't it? It went straight through from the ball in. Raya gets a right hand to it and keeps it out. And then the ball's cleared away. The header initially was played out. And there's a cross put in on the left and it's flicked by Kulusevski, I think that was, at the goal, and Raya got his right hand across and kept it out. It's 2 good saves he's made in the last 5 minutes. But Tottenham putting pressure on again on the right-hand side. Kulusevski going through again. He's on his left foot. The shot's blocked as he tries to hit it from the edge of the box. Cleared out to Martinelli on the left-hand side. Picks it up. He's got Romero in front of him, but he checks back inside. Romero puts him under a lot of pressure, so he has to go back. Ball comes inside and it's played across to the right, looking for Saka in a bit of space, but it's cut out by Udogie. But the ball's picked up and given back to Saka, but he's got 2 men on him. He has to go back. But Saka makes a run into the box now. He crosses it. It's flicked away. It's picked up on the edge of the box, though. Played out to Martinelli, but he's lost control of it and managed to get a foot in. It's gone for a throw, though. And it's a Tottenham throw, which is a surprise. I thought that Pedro Porro had knocked it out, but apparently he hadn't. Thanks to Luna's World for joining us. It's really nice of you to support the channel. How are you doing today? Mercy Okafor as well. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you're enjoying the watch along here as Tottenham come back down the left. Son has it. He tries to play a ball inside, but it's deflected off the defender. It's picked up again by Maddison. He gives it back to Son. Son a bit of space in front of him. Can pick out a pass, but he goes across to the right to Romero. Walking pace as it's given back to Maddison in midfield. He gives it to Son in the centre. He managed to pick it up and turns. Someone gets a foot in and it goes to Udogie, who gives it back to Maddison. And they're going to build from the midfield again. Goes across to the right. Comes back to Romero. Van de Ven, who was deep inside the Arsenal half. Udogie on the left to Son. Son's fouled. Gets a kick on the ankles for his trouble. Tight to the left-hand touchline. Just look at that one again. Yeah, just caught him on his foot, did Ben White. Concedes the foul. Referee just talking to Maddison, telling him wait for my whistle. Maddison's going to swing a right footer into the box. Bentancur just runs across and gives Maddison a few words of advice. Arsenal holding a tight line just on the penalty spot. Maddison puts his hands up and plays the kick in. It's low and it's poor and it's cleared. Udogie is challenged by Saka. Udogie nods the ball out for a throw to Saka. But White takes the ball off Saka. He's told to go back to the halfway line to take the throw. And that's just slowed the momentum down a bit. Hope you're enjoying your Pringles, Kirsty. Don't eat the green ones. Udogie goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Gives it to Bentancur. Plays it across to Van de Ven. So, all Tottenham at the moment, they're having the majority of the possession. Play the ball inside to Romero. He goes down the line. He goes back to Romero. There's a bit of pushing and shoving down there. And they're saying, me. Johnson, who was pushed to the floor. Timber. Oh, there's a 6 of one, half dozen of the other, actually. A Timber who ended up chopping Johnson onto the floor, but Johnson was just as culpable for that one. But it's a free kick to Tottenham anyway, which they have taken. Bentancur to Van der Ven. He plays it down the line to Son. He flicks it inside first time to Udogie. Got it under control nicely, but it maybe looks like the ball flicked up off his hand. And so the free kick's been given Arsenal's way on the right-hand touchline. Looks like Raya's going to come out of his goal to take this deep. 13 minutes gone. It's been mostly Tottenham so far. It's a good start by Tottenham. Ball's played deep. Van der Ven wins the first header. Solanke challenging for the ball. Free kick's given. A bit too robust. Just took Saliba out. Free kick to Arsenal on the right-hand side, just short of the touchline, halfway. Luna as well says she wants Arsenal to win. She prefers them to win the league over City. Yeah, maybe we all fancy a bit of a change, Luna, especially after, 4 times they've won it or in a row. So yeah. Oh, they're giving it away. Solanke's in the box and he's lining it up to take a shot at goal, and they allowed the defender to get back. There was poor defending by Arsenal there, giving it away in their own box. Solanke just dwelled on the ball too long before he could get out from underneath his feet to have a shot, and the defenders got back on him. It's good defending by Saliba, that. Now, Arsenal away on the left-hand side now. Into the box. Crosses over. Udogie gets it. It's not a great header, but luckily it falls for one of his men who clears the ball away. And then there's a free kick given by Saliba just in the centre circle. And it's one too many for the referee, and Saliba gets a yellow card for that. I thought it was a bit innocuous, but... What do I think will happen to Man City? I've been listening to what most commentators have been saying, and they reckon that Man City are fairly confident of getting away with it. But if they don't, and there's a lot of charges in front of them, they could end up losing 20 points, couldn't they? 25 points. I don't think they're going to take enough off them to relegate them, but they'll lose Champions League spot, won't they? And they certainly won't qualify for Europe, which would be a disaster for Man City, especially the money that they need to keep generating. Anyway, free kick to Tottenham, just in the centre circle in their own half. It's played across to the right. Ball was played long looking for the runners, but it was easily cut out by the defence. Martinelli claiming that his ankle was clipped. Referee agrees, and it's a free kick on the left-hand side to Arsenal. Looks like Jorginho's coming across. I think he's going to take it. No, he turns away. Ball's played long. It's brought down by Saliba down the line. Trossard's looking for a space to cross it. There isn't any, but he's played it through. There's a bit of a jink as he comes across. The shot goes out, but it's easily blocked and defended. Saliba tussling for the ball again. He's in the thick of things. He wins a free kick. I think it was Kulusevski that was challenging him, just chopping at his ankles there. Gabriella plays the ball out to the left quickly. He's gone past his man. He's got to the edge of the byline. There's a header, and the goalkeeper gets a right hand to it. The defender was right next to him and managed to hold the ball off the line while the keeper recovered, dived on it, and kept the score at 0-0. That was Martinelli's cross. It was a good header, a great save by the keeper, Vicario, but he couldn't hold it. And it was Romero who was on the line who stopped the ball from going over the line until the keeper could get back to his knees and get his hands on the ball. The ball goes across to the right now. Kulusevski goes to Udogie on the left. He's got Son there. Son slips his man easily, Ben White there, but he's just had to check back inside and give the defenders a chance to catch him back up. Udogie gives it back to Son. Maddison. He has to play it across to the right. That's Romero. Plays it through the middle. There's a few bodies falling all over the place, but the referee lets things play on. Going down the line, played back inside by Arsenal. Well, and there's a man that's through. He's bearing down on goal. He goes for a shot early when he should have given it to Saka. He should have squared it, Martinelli. He took a shot from still quite well out. He could have gone a lot closer and then slipped Saka in for an easy tap in. He didn't. He went for the shot and it was an easy save by Vicario. And that was a poor choice by Martinelli there. Bit of composure and Arsenal should have been one up. But as it is, Maddison has the ball now. Solanke, Maddison says he was fouled, but the referee let him play on. Udogie goes to Van der Ven, across to Romero on the halfway line. Yeah, I agree with you there, Luna. That is quite true, and there's going to be a lot of Nottingham Forest, Everton, amongst other teams that are going to be very upset about what happens with Man City. But we're all second guessing at the moment. If it's all proven, there will be in a lot of trouble. Just how much trouble depends on what sort of backbone the Premier League have got and how much they want to punish Man City. Ball's played through. Kulusevski on the left-hand side. Gives it to Johnson. He has to go back. Across to Maddison in centre midfield. Goes back to Romero. Maddison in centre midfield again. He's got everything in front of him. There's a little pass to Solanke who came short. It goes out to the right now to Johnson. He's got a chance to have a run at the touchline. He comes inside, gets the ball back. He's gets a bit of a collision for his troubles. But Maddison picks the ball up on the centre again. Goes to Bentancur. He gives it to Johnson. Looking for runners. He didn't get any, so he has to go back. Maddison picks it up again. He slipped his man in getting towards the edge of the area. He tries to put a cross in that's deflected off defender's head. Solanke went to challenge Raya, knocked the ball out of his hands, but the referee says unfairly, and it's a free kick. Yeah, he's just got his... I don't know. Maybe he had his hand in front of his Raya's face, but it didn't really touch him. But as usual, they always protect the goalkeepers nowadays. Bit of a soft one, but anyway, the free kick's taken deep. Udogie has to go back to retrieve the ball. He lays it back to Vicario. He's been pressurised by Havertz. Saka pressurises Van der Ven, and he has to roll the ball out to the touchline, and it goes out for a throw. White takes, gives it to Saka, but it was too close for him to control. Right on the dead ball line. I think the defender might have just got a touch on that when Saka was trying to control it. And just going through that chance again for Martinelli, it was a poor choice. He was trying to curl it into the far post, but Vicario had that covered all the way, and it should have gone across to Saka for 1-0. Anyway, it's a corner on the left-hand side that Saka's going to swing in left-footed. A lot of pushing and holding going on in that box again there. Ball comes in. Vicario gets a punch to it. It's volleyed back in by Trossard. Ball comes across again. It's headed at the back post. Bit of a weak header. It looks like it's heading towards the left-hand post, but Vicario plucks it out of the air easily and sends the ball long. Kulusevski was challenging him for it, but he had too many defenders around him, and Arsenal come away with the ball. Jorginho plays it across to the left into midfield to Partey. He hasn't seen much of the ball at the moment, but it's all been Tottenham, really, except for the last couple of minutes. What's my favourite Coca-Cola flavour? Well, I like the cherry Coke. I do like that. I like the taste of that one. That's my favourite. Ball played out to the right-hand side. Poor pass, runs out on the halfway line, and a throw to Tottenham. Udogie looking for runners again. There's a foul there on Solanke. He goes over. Arsenal manager not impressed with that, but the ball's played long. Johnson on the right-hand side just couldn't bring it under control. He's hemmed in the corner, plays the ball back down the line. Romero to Bentancur. Bentancur gets the ball back. Maddison has seen a lot of the ball. Van der Ven to Son, who's hugging that left-hand touchline again. He's got a chance to attack Saka, but he has to go backwards. Maddison again. Bentancur, Romero, deep inside the Arsenal half, but playing across the defence, looking for the pass that isn't on at the moment. Maddison has it again. He goes across to the right. There's Pedro Porro. He has to go backwards to Romero. Ball played into Solanke. It's all a bit tight, and they tried to exchange tight passes, but the defender manages to clear it. Tottenham pick it up again, though. Bentancur plays it inside. Solanke would come short for it again. Pedro Porro turns and plays it to the right. Romero goes to Johnson. He plays it down the line. There's a cross put in. Goes to the near post that Raya picks out of the air easily and sets the attack off. But Udogie's picked the ball up again. Arsenal giving the ball away too cheaply here. Udogie's away. He's got a chance of a shot. That was great defending by Gabriel. Just when Udogie was about to pull the trigger, he got his toe end on the ball, and the ball deflected back to Raya. It's 100 miles an hour at the moment. That's Tottenham coming again, looking to get Son down the left, but the ball was just toe poked away from him. Saka is fouled, and someone's going to get a yellow card for that foul on Saka. It's Udogie. Just stretching for it. Saka had just touched it away from Udogie as he went to make his challenge, and he's earned himself a booking for that. "26 minutes gone, still 0-0. So I'll put that on so everybody knows. There we go. Forgot to put that on, didn't I? Tottenham have won the ball back deep inside the Arsenal half again. Kulusevski almost came away with it, but it's well defended by Saliba, and he's striding forward with the ball, and the ball's played behind. Arsenal come forward again with it. It goes to Son on the left-hand side. He's got a chance to attack the line now. Plays it inside. Maddison in the box. He gets one to the back post. Johnson with a header. It just drops wide of that right-hand post. Yeah, it's a good header because it was leaning back. Managed to get it almost on target. It's a looping header and it just goes past that right-hand post with Raya scrambling across to save it. What's my next watch along? It'll be next weekend. I haven't actually seen what the fixtures are. I haven't looked yet, but I'll certainly let you know. I'll have a look at half time and I'll see which ones I'm going to do. Dead ball's taken deep. Van der Ven comes and wins an easy header and it goes out for a throw. Arsenal manager's just given a few words of encouragement and advice. Ben White with the throw on the right, just short of the halfway line. Goes back. Saliba, he goes all the way back to Raya, who drives the ball long. Van der Ven's underneath it. Misses the header though. It's played inside. Trossard almost gets it, but he's bustled off it and Tottenham come away with it. Kulusevski coming forward. He's got Johnson to his right. He has to check back inside because the pass was just a bit behind him. Took all the momentum out of the game. Udogie comes for the ball. He gives it to the left to Son. Ben White's on him and has to go backwards. Maddison again in the centre. He goes across. Bentancur. Romero. Back to Bentancur. Maddison. Udogie on the left. And to Son. White and Saka doubling up on Son when he gets that ball deep inside on that left-hand side for Arsenal. Having to go backwards. Creates a bit of space for Johnson on the right. He lays it inside to Pedro Porro. He puts a cross in. It's over Solanke's head, but Son's going to keep it in at the back post. He plays the ball down to Udogie. Inside to Maddison. He's got a bit of space. He has to lay it out to Son. He's going to get the cross in. It's a deep one, but it's curling away from Johnson, who's coming in at the back post. He was never going to get there. It was a bit of a poor cross, if we're all honest. And it goes out for a dead ball. It was well defended, was Johnson, anyway, by Timber there. He was never going to win that header anyway. I think Johnson was just complaining he was being a bit manhandled, but they seem to get away with that, the defenders nowadays. With 30 minutes gone, it's been an open game. We've had chances, but no one's put anything in the back of the net yet. Raya's going to take this goal kick. It's deep. Havertz came to meet that one. I thought it had gone out, but he managed to keep it in. It's a bit tight in that midfield. They're challenging for it, and someone manages to get the foot and drive it forward into the Arsenal half. It's played down the line to Havertz. Havertz is really being hassled. Bentancur. The referee thinks it was unfairly and gives Bentancur a yellow card. Again, you know, it didn't seem that bad. It was a bit innocuous, you know. You're allowed to challenge and come shoulder to shoulder. I mean, that's a weak one, is that, by the referee, giving yellow cards for those challenges. Yeah, there is EFL games on it. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick one of them out. As far as Champions Leagues are concerned, I don't know whether they're all on. Is there any on Sky? But certainly some of the bigger teams are in the EFL, aren't there? So I might do one of them during the week. Ball spread across to the left-hand side. It's Martinelli. He has to come in inside. Goes to Timber. He gives it back to Martinelli. There's a foot in, but it comes into Timber. He's inside the box now. He tries to get a bit of a toe-prodded cross. Hits the first man and is deflected out for a corner to Arsenal. Looks like it's going to be a right-footed in-swinger. The way they're lining up in the box, it's a strange one for Arsenal because they're all going deep, right, well past the back post. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and then they all make the runs forward as the ball's played in. It's a strange one. I've never seen that before. But in it comes. Vicario comes to make a punch and misses it completely. Goes out for what I thought was a dead ball, but they reckon that someone's got a touch onto that. It wasn't Vicario. He missed it completely. Timber was at the back post looking for that one, but the referee's given another corner on the opposite side this time, so I would imagine it'll be a Saka left-footed in-swinger. The referee's just pulling a couple of people out for pushing in the box, which you would expect, and Gabriel. And there was that Romero as well, or was it Pedro Porro? Anyway, he's having a word with them. They're still at it, though. They're still grabbing each other's arms. Maddison's having a bit of a pushing tussle at the back of us. The corner comes in. It's a low one. It's a poor one. And it's cleared by Udogie, I think that was. Right to the halfway line where Raya was waiting for it. Drives it down the left-hand side. A cross-field pass. Arsenal have got... Trossard plays one down to the left to Martinelli, who's got a chance to attack that byline again. It's poor. He lost control of it, hit the defender's legs, and they come away with it. Bentancur. That was a poor pass out. He's put his Kulusevski under a lot of pressure. He's lost the ball. And there's something going on here now. The referee's got his yellow card out again. Who's he giving a yellow card to this time? They're coming together now. They're all piling in. There's like a whole lot of teams there pushing and shoving each other. The referee's going to need to get this sorted out. Looks like they've all got the handbags out. The referee's just taking his time. He had the yellow card out, but didn't get to see who he was going to brandish it to. Pedro Porro is down. Don't know why. We might get to see that. Jorginho's protesting his innocence. Johnson's there saying that he got stamped on. Looks like it's all kicked off a bit down there. The referee's just trying to calm things down. He's just trying to pull the culprits out and maybe have a word with them. Pedro Porro is still down. Get the chance to see. Oh, yeah, that's a terrible challenge by Timber. He really stamped down on the top of Pedro Porro's foot and probably needs a yellow card for that one. It wasn't a great challenge. I think the referee must have seen it because from what I saw, he was running to give Timber the yellow card before it all kicked off on the dead ball line. Yeah, and Timber does get a yellow card. He's protesting his innocence, but he had no chance of getting away with that one. Yeah, it's not a good one. He goes over the top of the ball and stamps down on the top of Pedro Porro's foot. That's a poor challenge, is that? And that's when it all kicks off because Vicario, the goalkeeper, confronted Timber and got hold of his shirt, and then everybody else piled in, and that's why it all kicked off. Vicario gets a yellow card for his part for grabbing Timber. All the Champions League games are on TNT and BT, are they? I'll have to have a look at that. Thanks for letting me know, Mercy. It becomes expensive when you have to subscribe to TNT and BT to get all of these games in. It's still not been sorted out yet. The replays are just showing that challenge. But the ball is played out to Van de Ven by Vicario, but he allowed, I think it was Havertz, to get the challenge in. The ball runs out for a throw on the left-hand side to Tottenham. There's always plenty of meaty challenges in these derby games, and so is this too. Saka gets the ball. He's not been given any space at all, and he still isn't. There was two on him, Son and Udogie, and the ball goes out for a throw just over the halfway line on the right-hand side. White's going to take it. You pay £50 a year, Kirsty. How do you manage that? That's bloody good, is that, isn't it? £50 a year for all the games. I think I'm paying £20 odd a month just for the Sky Football. White with a throw on the right-hand side, deep inside the Tottenham half. He throws it into the box. Saka is the man he was aiming for, but again, it was over his head, and he's so tight to that dead ball line. There's no chance of bringing that under control and keeping it in at the same time, and he doesn't, and it goes out for a goal kick. 5 minutes to go this first half. I can't imagine there's going to be much added time. Goal kick has yet to be taken yet. Looking to play it short, but Arsenal have squeezed right up on them, and they may have to go long. Ball's played long. It's headed on. Havertz is in there. Trossard goes down, claims that it's a corner. I don't think the ref has agreed with him, has he? Well, Saka seems to think it's a corner. He's taken the ball over to that right-hand side. And the Tottenham defenders are lining up for corner, so it's going to be another left-footed in-swinger. I'm going to have to take a look at those for those companies, Kirsty, because I didn't know anything about those. £50 a year is really good. Ball swung in. It's really deep. It goes right to the back post. Martinelli gets it. He's under a lot of pressure, but he's still got the ball at his feet. He's wriggling away, but eventually Udogie comes away with it. Tries to just hit it down the line. It hits Martinelli, and Martinelli regains possession again. The ball is having to be funneled back to Trossard. Saliba plays out to the right to Saka, who's got a bit of space now. Got a chance to come inside, which he does do. It's flicked inside, it's bouncing high. Havertz couldn't bring that under control. It was bouncing above his head. And the ball is eventually played out for a goal kick. That's a game I'll do next Sunday, Kirsty. Man City versus Arsenal. That should be a good game. The top two, so definitely be doing that one next Sunday. Like Van de Ven is under a lot of pressure. Havertz. Van de Ven tries to drive the ball down the line. Havertz gets his foot in, deflects it out for a throw, but the throw is deep inside the Tottenham half. Udogie has the chance to make a make this throw. With 3 minutes to go, goes down the line. It was to Solanke. He lost the ball. Trossard picks up in midfield and he's challenged and loses the ball. And Tottenham are on the break with Solanke. He plays the ball forward to Johnson. He cuts inside the box. That's great defending by Saliba. Stays with Johnson all the way, and when he lets his shot go, blocks it easily for a corner. But Tottenham trying to hit Arsenal on the transition there, but Arsenal had 5 defenders back. They weren't going to be caught out that easily. So it's going to be a corner. Kulusevski's going to take a left-footed in-swinger. And it comes. Again, doesn't beat the man at the front post, which was Havertz, and he heads the ball away. It's a poor corner again. You've got to beat that first man. Maddison's picked the ball up. He goes backwards. Maddison gets it again. He's under a lot of pressure there from Jorginho. Knocks him over. Maddison gets up and gets the ball back again. Bentancur. He has to go back to Maddison again. Maddison comes across to the left. Van de Ven. He has to go backwards to his keeper. And drives one deep for Solanke, who does bring it down, but they've got a foot in front of him and it's kicked away. Kulusevski tries to take it on, but doesn't manage to. They're arguing on the touchline who won that throw. Throw's been given to Tottenham. Goes backwards. Just inside the Arsenal half. Maddison in midfield. Van de Ven. Goes across to Romero. Gets it back from Romero. Van de Ven. To Son. Saka immediately on him. He has to go backwards. Van de Ven to Maddison in midfield again. He goes across to the right. There's Pedro Porro to Johnson. Goes back inside to Son. He's looking for a ball through, but he can't. He's been forced out to the right. He has to give it to Johnson. Pedro Porro. Bentancur. Udogie on the left. Plays it inside. Maddison tries to turn his man. Goes down, doesn't get the foul. Battling for it in the centre of the midfield there. Tottenham come away with it. It's come to Johnson, who has a shot. He's just leaning back as he lets go and it just rises over the bar. Looked like Raya had it well covered. Should have gone for the cross goal shot rather than aiming at the near post, which he did. Struck it with plenty of power, but it was off target. I think he'd have had a better chance if it had gone across goal. 3 minutes added time. 1 minute of that almost gone. Still 0-0, pretty even. Goal kick's taken long. Ball's headed up in the air on halfway line. I think it was Ben White who managed to knock it forward. And there's a tackle there and someone's gone down. Referee's pulled it back. He's getting his yellow card out. Didn't look the best of tackles. And as we've said before, tackles do fly in these games. The tackles do fly in. The Tottenham players are protesting. Don't know whether it was Kulusevski who got it. Son's not happy about it. Kulusevski is being pushed away by Son. Son's having a word with him as the captain, the referee. I think it was Kulusevski who did get the yellow card. Oh, Luna's well. You're a Tigers fan too. Oh, there's a few of us here now. Kirsty's a big Tigers fan. With Hull being my home team, I'm a Tigers fan. I always want them to win. So it was Van der Ven that got the yellow card. I don't know what Kulusevski was going on about then. Looked like he'd been given it the way he was protesting, but it wasn't. It was Van der Ven. Oh, Kulusevski did get a yellow card as well, probably for mouthing off too much. The referees certainly handed out plenty of yellow cards in this first half. Postecoglou not happy with that, having a word with the official on the touchline. But the outcome is it's a free kick to Arsenal. It's about 20 yards outside the Tottenham box, just to the right of goal. Saka's gone wide for the ball. Don't look like he's going to get it. It's going to be swung in right-footed to the back post. It's nodded away, and then it's fired down the line. Timber turns and brings it back and plays the ball back down the line, but it's too far, and it goes all the way through to Vicario. And that looks like it's half-time. At 0-0. As we thought, blood and thunder. Vicario still having a word with the referee as they're going off. There's no point. The referee, whatever he's done, is not going to change his mind now. You might as well just get on with it. Yeah, so half-time, guys. You got been to any non-league games? I prefer them to professional games. No, I can't say I haven't. My problem, Luna, is that this isn't my full-time job. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I work Saturdays, and so I don't get the chance to go see any games. Unfortunately, because I do like to watch the football, whether it's semi-professional or whatever. And of course, it's a lot cheaper as well, isn't it? I was looking at tickets on the internet for what game was it? I think it was this game today. I was just, as a matter of interest, just this morning, I was looking at tickets online. Do you know how much they were? They were 165 quid each. How can people pay that? It's a huge amount of money. And then I looked for tickets for Leeds and, was it Leeds and Cardiff? And they were exactly the same price. And I thought, what's going on? There you go. Luna, that's Kirsty there. She said, more aggression on tackles makes it more intense. Just bear with me a sec, guys. My wife tells me I've got to turn the cooker off. There we go. So if you want to get your thoughts in on that first half, there was a lot of endeavour without that many clear-cut chances. Maybe just edged by Spurs, but no goals. Unfortunately, no goals. So what do you think, to anyone changing their mind with regards to the score? Me and Kirsty think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, and I haven't changed my mind from what I've seen so far. £10 a month on season tickets for 2 of them. That's a bargain if I ever saw one. You see some good games at Hull City. The Championship is certainly a lot more competitive than the Premier League is, because there's only 3 teams, possibly 4 in the Premier League. They're ever going to win it, but in the Championship, as we saw with Ipswich last season, anyone can win it. You only have to get on a roll. So that's good value for money, is that? Just see if I can get my earphones working. I tried to put them on earlier and they wouldn't have it. Don't know how many bookings there have been so far, but there's certainly been at least 5 that I can remember. If you've got any comments on the game or on the other games, we've got a game later on. I think it's involving Wolves. Any Wolves fans in the chat? Got anything they want to say about their game coming up? Don't know what's wrong with this thing. Maybe knackered already. Hull City, no, I don't think it was a fluke last season. I think they made some astute loan signings, and they had a good manager behind them. And I saw them play a couple of times, City, and I was quite impressed with them. They were trying to play a brand of football that maybe just wasn't suited to their position in the Championship. Maybe they didn't have the players to do it, but they were good going forward, and I thought that they would keep Rosinha and give him a chance to build that team and maybe push on for a place in the champions in the Premier League. And when they sacked him, I mean, he was actually nominated in the nominations for the manager of the year in the Championship. And then when he got sacked, it was a surprise. Well, I was surprised anyway, because I was quite impressed with him. I thought he's a good up and coming manager, and I think it was probably a mistake to have got rid of him. City were always going to struggle with the team when all the loanees went back. I mean, Carvalho was one that you were never going to hang on to, which is a shame. But I think the chairman just not patient enough. Should have given Rosinha another season and given him a chance to progress the side and maybe push on in the Championship and see what happened. But I guess that's the way it goes. Managers don't last long nowadays, do they? I think as it goes now for City, they've just got to bed in. They've made some signings that really need to be given a bit of a chance to blend with the rest of the team. I saw Hull against Leeds, and I saw them against Sheffield, the last game, and I was encouraged by what I saw. I mean, they had a lot of the possession against Sheffield. They had some good chances against Leeds, and if they'd have hit one of them in early on, then who knows what could have happened. So there is encouragement there. I don't think they're as bad as their position looks at the moment, and the crowd's got to stay with them, and they've got to stick at it. I think it'll come together. Like I say, there's only 6 games of the season gone. It's plenty of time. Plenty of time. They're just going through a few of those tackles from this game. We knew that there would be a lot of tackles flying in. There always is in this game, and temperatures rise, and I won't be surprised if at the end of the game there's a sending off or two in this game. I wouldn't be surprised at all. With the amount of people that have been booked already, you only have to make one more mistake and that's it, you're off. And especially if one of these teams takes a lead in this second half, the pressure's on the other team. Tackles start flying in ever more as people get desperate. Before you know it, that's it, you're off. Let's hope not. I don't want to spoil things, but that's just my opinion. Thanks to everybody who's joined us so far. Kirsty, Loon as well. Thanks a lot. It's really appreciate that you're supporting this channel. And please hit the like button, the notifications for future watch-alongs. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really does help this channel progress. Really do appreciate all your support. Just looking at advertisements again. This is the one thing that I don't like is advertisements. Really need to get the game back on. Give these players enough rest as it is. Yeah, that was a bit of a horror show. Was that Watford goal, wasn't it? I don't know. Why is he not playing now? I mean, they brought him in because they said that he was good with his feet, wasn't they? And if I remember some of the games that I saw, he did make some good saves. And all of a sudden, he doesn't seem to be the current goalkeeper anymore. Have they got rid of him? Because they've got plenty of goalkeepers now, haven't they? Only takes a few mistakes by one goalkeeper for the next one to be pumped back in. So we'll see. If he's still on the books, I think he's not a bad goalkeeper. What do you think? He's gone to Birmingham City, has he? Oh, he's sat on the bench for them. That's not good for him, is it? I mean, he's not a young kid now, is he? Yeah, I thought they could have held on to him. I really did. I was quite impressed with him from what I saw of him. So, Kirsty and Luna, you're both full City fans. What do you think's your realistic target this year? Can you make the playoffs? Do you think you're going to be fighting a relegation battle? Let us know in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm still sticking with a 1-1 draw for this one. Does anybody else in the chat have a score they want to share with us? I think Maddison's seen a lot of the ball in the midfield for Tottenham, but from what I've seen of it, Arsenal are getting back behind the ball, and Maddison's receiving the ball in front of the midfield and defence, and there's not a long way through. There's not a lot of space to get Johnson in on the right wing. Oh, Son's been double teamed on that left hand side, and he's not seen a lot of space to be able to run into. But maybe the game will open up as the second half goes on. It'll get a bit stretched with a bit of luck. So Kirsty thinks that mid-table will be good. Prefer that to relegation. Yeah, you would. But what you don't want to do, Kirsty, is stagnate, innit? You know, a couple of seasons in midfield, in mid-table, and all of a sudden, next season you're fighting relegation. You want to see some sort of progress, don't you? And that's the only problem. You can stagnate, and then before you know it, you're in a relegation battle. Yeah, Rice is suspended for getting sent off, stupidly kicking the ball away, wasn't he? That's why he's not playing today. Odegaard was injured in the international break. He's saying he's out for about 4 weeks. He's a big loss as well. A bit of a creator. Rice is a big loss as well. Yeah, so your midfield is weakened by not having them to win there. Is Rice? How many games did he get? 2, or was it 3? He'll just about save them now, won't he? Arsenal, Man City next week. Should be a good game. I don't know what day it's on. If it's on a Saturday, if it's on a Sunday, great, I can do it. If it's a Saturday, I can't do it, unfortunately. Second half live next. I'll just have a look what. You just excuse me while I just look and see when these fixtures are on next week. September fixtures. So next week, yeah, Man City and Arsenal on the Sunday at 4:30. So I'll be doing that one. Is there a Friday game? Don't look like there's a Friday game. The championships games. If there's a championship, I think there's a championship game on the Friday, in which case I'll be doing that one as well. Oh, I see. You're all friends in real life. Are you all Hull fans? Luna and Mercy and yourself are all Hull fans then? Oh, I see now. I understand. Well, the teams are out for the second half. Arsenal are already out. Tottenham just on the way out now. I don't know if there's been any changes or not. Solanke's still out there, so they've kept him up front. I think it's too tight to bring any substitutions on unless there's any injuries. Unless he wants to take people off who have already had a booking so far. But Tottenham team are getting into the huddle again. The Arsenal team are already lined up, but the Tottenham team are in another huddle. All ready to go. Both of these teams will want to win this. It's European qualification at stake for both of these teams. Whether Arsenal can actually beat Man City, I don't know. But anyway, we're underway. Ball immediately goes out on the left-hand side, the Arsenal left-hand side now. So throw in just in the Tottenham half. It's been thrown backwards. Gabriel goes across. Gabriel gets it back on the left. He's got Timber for support. He's got it on the left. He's immediately closed down, but he plays the ball through. Martinelli just managed to keep it in, tries to play it inside to Havertz, but it comes off the defender's foot. He gets it back. It comes inside again. He's through his Martinelli. He tries to cross it to Saka, who was coming in at the near post, but Raya dives to his left and cuts the cross out and immediately sets Udogie on his way. He's got Son on his left-hand side. Son checks inside, gives it to Maddison. Everything seems to slow down when they get into the last third of the Arsenal field because Arsenal get right behind the ball. Goes across to the right-hand side. Johnson has to lay it back, and eventually it goes all the way back to the keeper from Romero. Van de Ven chips it forward, looking for Son. He's beaten to it by White. Referee's given something. Saka doesn't know what it is. He's holding his arms up saying, what's... The linesman's given something. Oh, I understand it now, Luna. Yeah, I can understand that now. You all used to go to the games together. Well, City's loss is my game because I really appreciate you watching these games with me, supporting the channel. Ball comes across to the left. Gabriel to Martinelli. He checks inside. It looks like there was a foul there, but it's not been given. Comes across to the right to Johnson. He's chipping the ball into the middle. There's a diving header by Solanke, and it goes wide of the post. Whether he made it or it's cut out. Jorginho was the one who looked like he was fouled, but the ref gave nothing. Little ball chipped in. Solanke dives, goes wide of that left-hand post, and out for the. Oh, it must have been deflected because it's a corner. Kulusevski is going to take it, plays it short to Maddison. Maddison is going to put a left-footed cross in. There's a header that's flicked on by Van der Ven. Goalkeeper dives to the right and makes a comfortable save. A low header. It's a good cross by Maddison, though, with his left foot. Van der Ven came from midfield to beat the man on the near post, flicks it on and just saved by the keeper. Comfortable save. It's another yellow card by the referee there. He's certainly handing these ones out. It's Sister Jorginho this time as he brings Maddison down in midfield. It's a coming together, but it's not a yellow card, and the ref's making a rod for his back here because he's going to eventually end up sending somebody off. Oh yes, CR7, another World Cup. I mean, what is it? 2 years away. I think he's determined to get there. I just don't think he's going to be good enough. But is the manager going to have the backbone to say to him, "Look, Cristiano, you're finished"? But he certainly wants to go there, doesn't he? I've heard that he does. Kulusevski's away in the box. He puts a right-footed cross. It's cut out at the near post. There's another poor cross that doesn't beat the first man. Martinelli tries to come way down the left-hand side. It's cut out. Timber tries to pinch a bit of yardage and is told to go back for this throw. Timber drills it forward. Havertz looks like he was away there, or he thought he was, but I don't know, he's being pulled up for a foul or offside. Looks like a foul he was given by the referee. It's a free kick to Tottenham, just inside their own half on the right-hand side. It's played short. Comes inside. Maddison goes to the right to Kulusevski. He goes back inside to Maddison again. The ball's funneled back to Romero. He's looking for a ball short and he gets it from Maddison in the midfield. He plays it inside to Kulusevski, who makes it into the box again. He plays a cross deep to the back post and nobody there. But the Arsenal defender isn't taking any chances. It's Ben White and he puts out for a corner. And it's going to be Maddison who's going across to that left-hand side for a right-footed in-swinger, I would imagine. Romero, Solanke, Bentancur, they're all up there. Maddison's going to swing one in. Comes in. It's headed at the near post. It's flicked on by Havertz. Comes to the back post. Kulusevski, but he's lost it. And the ball's played down the line. It's Trossard who keeps it under control and does well there. Gives it back to Martinelli. Goes back to Gabriel. He's closed down though as he tries to drill the ball forward, and it's deflected out for off the back of Pedro Porro for a throw. So Tottenham not giving Arsenal any time or space. Timber with the throw. Just taking his time. Looking for runs, but there's no one coming to him. Throws the ball long. It's over the head of Martinelli. Havertz tries to flick it on. Romero takes the ball on his chest and it goes out for a throw on the halfway line to Arsenal. Timber's going to take it again. He has to go backwards though. Gabriella. He goes across to the right. Saliba. It's played inside Saka. He manages to turn to Saka. He's got a bit of space, but he goes backwards. Saka gets the ball back. He's got a lot of men in front of him, and they're all Tottenham. Eventually, they give the ball away to Arsenal. Son manages to win a throw on the left-hand side to Tottenham. Ben White will manage to put the ball out. It's all a bit disjointed from Arsenal in this second half. Throw is taken. Son. Ball goes all the way across to Romero. Bit of space in front of him. Tries to play a ball through to Brendan Johnson, but he was Pedro Porro, but he was never going to reach that. It was behind him and too much pace on it, and it goes all the way through to Raya. He plays it out to the right. Havertz comes short, gets it from White. White gets it back again, though. Under pressure, he has to go back to the keeper. Gabriel gets it off the keeper. He plays it long down the left-hand side. Martinelli on a foot race with Romero. Well done, Romero. Manages to keep pace with him and turns the ball inside to Kulusevski. He turns inside. But the ball is cut out. Martinelli has it back again. He plays it inside to Havertz, but the ball's cut out again. But Timber manages to get the ball. Tries to get a left-footed cross in, but it's cut out. Tottenham have the ball. Pedro Porro goes down again. Seems to have a bit of a issue with his left thigh as he was stretching for that. Am I doing the Wolves Newcastle game? I hadn't planned on doing it, but if I've got time, I might do it. It's 4:30 kickoff, isn't it? So I'm busy trying to pack things because we're moving house this Wednesday. So I only planned on doing this first game and then helping the wife pack things away for us for our impending move. Tottenham with the throw. Down the line. It's headed on. Solanke. But Arsenal picked the loose ball up again. Saliba lays it across to White. Son puts the pressure on him and he has to go back to the keeper. It's played inside. Jorginho, he lays it out to the right. Back to Jorginho. Bit of space in front of him. He plays it forward. Saka, but he's crowded out and has the ball taken off him. Maddison in the midfield, twisting and turning. Managed to create a bit of space for himself. Plays it across to the right. Bentancur tries to lay it inside. Bentancur again challenging for the ball, but it's ricocheted to Havertz. And he's got Martinelli. He lays it inside to Martinelli, but he's not going to get there. Van der Ven's crossed too quickly for him and slides the ball out for a throw. I say Van der Ven's got a lot of pace, and he certainly showed it there. Ball still deep in Tottenham's halves. Played across to the right. Saka on his left foot is double teamed though, and he has to go backwards. Ball is played across. Keeper on the edge of his 6-yard box makes an easy catch under no challenge. Rolls the ball out, gets the ball back, does the keeper, Vicario. Gets it back again. Romero across to Van der Ven. He strides forward, plays one into midfield. Kulusevski gets it, and it's laid down to the right-hand side to Brendan Johnson. He's into the box. He's attacking that byline. Gets a foot cross It's cut out at the near post by Gabriel and goes out for a corner. If Tottenham's crossing was just a little bit better, they could have created a few more chances, because Johnson was in a good position there. His cross was poor, really. It was low, and it didn't get past the first man on the post. Kulusevski going to take the corner, left-footed in-swinger. A lot of pushing going on. Son's got almost been hugged. Referee's seen that and wants to have a word with them. Who's he pulling out? It must be Son and Trossard by the looks of things. And Trossard had his arms around Son. Referee's just lecturing both of them. They're probably 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. Yeah, I've gathered that, Luna. I think you're probably right, and I'm going to have to start doing a lot more. I just want to get this house move out the way on Wednesday, and then I can get settled down into doing a lot more of these streams, and then hopefully, like you say, the YouTube algorithm will push my channel a bit more, and we'll start getting a bit more popular. It's just going to have to wait until after Wednesday. Raya has the ball. Goes across to the left. Played inside. Havertz to Martinelli. He's got runners beyond him, and there is a runner. It's Timber. Timber tries to play across. It's easily cut out on the edge of the Tottenham box, and now they've got a chance to break Son. Ball was behind Son, and he has to come back for it. He plays it all the way across to Kulusevski. Down to the right is Johnson. Johnson gets it, got a chance to attack his man as he moves into the box. He turns inside and tries to hit a low-footed, left-footed shot. It's straight at the keeper. He makes an easy save with no pace or power behind it. But positive by Tottenham. They're looking more likely to create a chance for themselves at the moment. Raya has the ball at his feet in his box. He's going to have to go long as he's pressurised, which he does do. Saka goes up for the header. He's not going to win a header there. Van der Ven picks the ball up. Udogie. Not seen much of Udogie in this second half. Comes across to the right. Johnson comes short for it. He spins his man and then plays the ball down the line. Raya beats him to it and clears the ball for the throw. So quickly taken. Pedro Porro down the line to Johnson. He's beaten to it, but it's a throw. Close to the corner flag. Pedro Porro is going to take this throw. And it goes. It's flicked out for another throw by Martinelli. Manages to save the ball from going out for a corner. Maddison comes across to take it this time. In fact, he didn't manage to save it going out for the corner because it is a corner. Maddison's going to take it right-footed away swinger this time. 61 minutes on the clock, so coming up to 62. Ball comes in. It's a header. It's headed away. Ball goes all the way to the halfway line. It's immediately played across to Porro. He wants to put it back in. And it comes to Johnson. He's just closed down as he tries to hit his shot, but there's a cross put in again. And eventually well cleared. Havertz is away with just Van der Ven to beat. He lays it inside to Martinelli. He goes across to the right to Saka. It's a play on. Saka's got a chance to attack. He comes in on his left foot and tries to put his usual left-footed curler in. It's deflected back. He manages to pick the loose ball up. He's got Son for company. And eventually the ball is put out for a corner to Arsenal. YouTube shorts are key for growth. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Mercy. I thought, I could pick some of the more interesting moments out of some of these games and then chop them down into a short and put them on and see what happens. So I think you're right there, Mercy. It's a good idea, these YouTube shorts for growth. And I'm going to give that a try. Just haven't been much in this game so far to use as an exciting short. Maybe it's here now, this left-footed corner. Going to be taken by Bukayo Saka. All the men are at the back post again. Deep back post as well. They've all got their arms around each other. I don't know how to get away with it. In it comes anyway. It's a good cross and it's headed in. And it's headed in by Gabriel. Around the 6-yard box, in the middle of the box, and he gets a firm header on it and powers it past Vicario, and Arsenal are 1-0 up. Well, we said about that, didn't we? Maybe this is going to give us an exciting moment for a shot, and here we are. Just looking at that one again, it's a great corner, right on the edge of the 6-yard box, right in the middle, and he's got a free header. I don't know who was marking him. Whoever it was, he just gave his man a nudge. He just gave his man a nudge to push him out of the way. Who was it? He was being marked by Romero, and just as he went to meet the ball, he gave him a push in the back so that he is off balance, not able to challenge for the ball, and he had a free header and knocked it in. I don't know whether VAR are going to look at that or not, but it doesn't look like it. He put both hands in his back and pushed him. But at the moment, it's a goal. And Arsenal have taken the lead. Probably a bit against the run of play as well. Kickoff's been delayed. Oh, no, they have taken it. I wondered whether there was going to be a VAR check, but there's not. It's been taken and the goal stands. This might open the game up a bit now because Tottenham are going to have to go forward. 65 minutes gone. Arsenal 1 ahead. Challenging for the ball on the right-hand touchline is Johnson. The ball goes out for a throw to Tottenham. Pedro Porro is going to take it. He's beckoning Solanke to go deeper, but he throws it back to Romero. Romero plays the ball inside to Kulusevski. He has to go back to Romero. Maddison, back to Romero. No space in the midfield there. They're keeping a good shape for Arsenal, not giving nothing away. Down the line, looking for Johnson, but it's too deep and well over his head, and he goes out for a throw to Arsenal. Throw is taken. Havertz has it. He's tackled and the ball goes out for a throw. A couple of substitutions coming on for Tottenham. Just looking who it is. Just looking who the substitutions are. They haven't told anybody yet. Well, certainly Brendan Johnson's gone off. He's one of them. So Johnson and Bentancur have gone off, and Odobert and Sarr have come on for Tottenham. I should get a green screen, yeah. I'm going to have to take a look at what green screens can do for me, I think. Tottenham have the ball, but it's deep inside their own half, and Arsenal are pressurising them. Have come away with the ball. Trossard is then tackled. He goes over, but it's not a foul. It's played down to the right. Pedro Porro goes long. Solanke's not got the pace to get that, but the ball is played out for a throw. Solanke has the ball, but I don't think he wants to take it. He's waiting for Romero to come forward and take it, which he does. Gives it inside. The ball is lost. Pedro Porro intercepts the ball as it's drilled out, but it deflects off his foot and goes for a throw. Timber on the left-hand side, deep in his own half. He's going to go for a long throw again, which he does. It's flicked on by Martinelli, but it goes out before Havertz can catch up with it. Bang on the halfway line on the left-hand side, Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. He loses control and Arsenal nick the ball away, but Van de Ven intercepts, goes back to the keeper. He immediately plays out into the midfield. Pedro Porro. Romero. Cross to Van de Ven. He's got Udogie in front of him. Is he going to give it to him? Yes, he does. Son's not seen much of the ball and he's looking for it. Udogie's going to carry on and he does get away. He gets to the byline, puts a cross in, but it's low. It's easily cut out by Ben White. Saliba between them. Goes out to that right-hand side there. Saka. It's a foul given there. Trossard tackled from behind. Yeah, Romero did get a bit of the ball, but he stood on his foot as well. Probably right to give a free kick, but Trossard's feeling that one. Still down. That's a bit of a sore one. Just going through that Gabriel. Yeah, just does gives Romero just a bit of a touch in the back, just enough to be able to put him off balance so that he can get a free header. Been to St Stephen's, but it was raining. Yeah, it was pouring down early on. I know it looks all right now. It's supposed to be going to be nice next week, isn't it? Bit of an Indian summer, let's hope so. Bit more sun before autumn really hits us would be nice. Ball on the right-hand side. Gives it inside. Saka plays a 1-2 with Trossard. Trossard plays it inside, but it's cut out. It's played down the line. Solanke battling well for it, but he's lost it. But then wins the ball back again. Son into midfield. Down to the right-hand side. He's into the boxes. I think that's Sarr, is it? Ball's deflected out by Martinelli, who challenges him. Comes inside again. Kulusevski is into the box, but he's falling over. Still manages to get the ball away to Son. It's laid across to Maddison. Maddison played outside of him on his left to Solanke, but he pushed the ball too far. Solanke couldn't reach it. The ball's cleared, and I think Tottenham have the throw on the left-hand side. Could be a long shot from way outside the box there by Sarr. A low grass cutter, which Raya saves easily at his right-hand post. No problems with that one. It's on the halfway line with Saka. It's funneled across to the right. Gabriel turns back inside. Goes to Saliba. Saliba gets the ball back. Down to the right. Ben White lays it inside, gets it back again. Goes back to Trossard. He lays it out to the left. To Timber. Bit of space. He managed to turn his man and go down the line. It's Martinelli. It looks like he was maybe just a touch offside there. Trossard is changing his shirt as it's somehow got torn. He manages to get his shirt changed and straight back on. As Van de Ven picks the ball up, goes inside to Maddison. He's got a man straight in his back and has to go back to Van de Ven and across to Romero. So you're 5 minutes behind us, Mercy. That's a straight. I thought I was the one that was behind. Ball's played inside the box to Son. He tries to flick a little pass inside, but it's cleared to the halfway line. Romero picks the ball up, plays it forward. Pedro Porro gets the ball back again. Son's gone more into midfield now, looking for the ball rather than staying out on that left-hand side. Van de Ven plays the ball out to the left-hand side. And that's Sarr who's out there now, the substitute. Van de Ven gets the ball back, goes across to the right to Romero. Son on the right-hand side now. He's just dropped out to look for the ball. Ball goes across to the Van de Ven and then to Romero again. Son has it. Looking to create something. Van de Ven deep. Goes way out to the left-hand side. Ball's crossed in. It's a good cross as well. That's well defended. Solanke there was sliding in with, was it Gabriel there? I think it was. They both ended up on the floor. But Gabriel was strong, didn't let Solanke get away from him, and the ball runs through without being touched for a goal kick. Saliba goes back to the keeper from White, who drills it deep. Havertz picks it up. He's got Romero with him. Romero gets a touch on the ball and it goes out for a throw, but it's a throw level with the penalty box of Tottenham. Saka and gives it back to Trossard. White's deep in there. White's into the box now, but he's straight offside. The landsman's got his flag up. No one's seen it yet. The play's gone on a bit, but he just straight offside a touch. Yeah, just half a yard offside. Ball going down the left-hand side. Udogie plays it inside to Solanke and gets the ball back again. Sonod Medeiros on the left again and was a bit frustrated that he didn't get the ball. Goes out to the right. It's cut inside. Maddison gets it. Centre midfield again. Goes across the left to Udogie. He's got Son on his outside and he gives it to Son. Son's not had a chance to make a run into the box. There's a deep cross from Maddison, left-footed. It's far too far for anybody at the back post to go sailing over the heads and out for a goal kick. Someone with a bit of cramp on the floor there. Jorginho with a bit of cramp on the floor. Just getting his legs stretched. Looks like Arsenal are going to be making a couple of substitutions as well. With 12 minutes left on the clock. It's all down to Tottenham now. The dead ball is going to be taken by Raya. He drills it long down to the right. The ball's flicked on by Havertz. Goes to White, who's fouled. Fouled by Solanke. Free kick. Substitution Tottenham about to be made. Referee's just stopping play, allowing the substitution to be made. Looks like Maddison's been taken off. Seen a lot of ball, but created nothing in midfield. There's been no space for him. Timo Werner coming on. Attacker for a midfielder. Arsenal substitution. Trossard coming off. Martinelli coming off as well. Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling coming on. Be interesting. Sterling and Jesus, can they make a difference? Free kick can be taken now. Just about 10 yards inside the Arsenal half on the right-hand side. It's played long. Central. It's headed away by Romero. Played down the line. It's well defended by Saliba. Nice one there. So you are up on me. I'm not in the future sometime. So we are on 80 minutes. 10 to go plus any extra time. Ball is on the left-hand side. Saka doing his defensive duties. He drifts inside. Comes across to Pedro Porro. He's looking for a ball in the box, but he goes out to the right-hand side. He's left it too late. It goes inside to Kulusevski, out to the right-hand side again. Pedro Porro overlapping. Gets a good cross in, but there's no one at the back post. And Saka, well, he doesn't clear it. He hits it high into the air. Claiming a foul on Havertz there, but there isn't a foul. Comes across the right-hand side to Son, to Porro. He tries to put a cross in again and again. It doesn't come to anybody in particular. Solanke tries to make an effort for the ball. There's a shot by Sarr. But he drags it wide of that left-hand post and out for a goal kick. I think I'm just saying there that did he get the ball and did he get Solanke in the box? Solanke went over. Nothing given there. Oh, mercy, you've gone ahead of me. Your time machine is now 10 seconds ahead of me. I think that's about right though, isn't it? I've been told that I'm a few seconds behind before. Especially by Kirsty in the Hull City game during the week. I was behind on that by about 30 seconds, I think it was. Tottenham beginning to ramp up the pace now because they know there's only a few minutes left, 7.5 minutes plus any added time. Ball's played inside. Son tries to get it under control, but he can't. Pedro Porro gets out to the right-hand side. Ball's crossed into the middle. It's a bit behind everybody again, and it's headed away. Tottenham still keeping the pressure on. Right-hand side. Romero has to go across to Sa. All the way across to the left-hand side to Dogi. Comes inside, it's Timo Werner. He plays it all the way across again. Pedro Porro, Romero. Looking for a way through, but there isn't one. Tries to get Kulusevski in, but the ball's cleared. Vicario. Dogi has the ball again. There's out to Timo Werner on that left-hand side. Coming in. Gets onto his right foot. Chips the ball into the box. It's volleyed clear. And it's a throw to Tottenham again. Saka's down with an injury. Arsenal second if they win today. Yeah, I think that's probably where they'll be expected to be, just behind Man City, isn't it? I think it's the title's really between these two, Man City and Arsenal. I think the others are playing for European places. Even Liverpool, after that poor result yesterday, by all accounts, it was a poor performance by Liverpool. Looks like Saka's holding his left thigh. Maybe a bit of a thigh strain here. Doesn't look good for Saka. I don't think he's going to carry on. Just showing the goal again. It was a good header. Powerful header. Manager obviously very happy. Don't know whether Saka's carried on or not. He's making his way to the touchline very slowly. Yeah, looks like he's going off. Don't seem to be limping too badly. Hopefully it's nothing more than that. And Ethan Nwanier is coming on for his last 6 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever time's added on. 4 minutes of normal time plus any extra. There won't be much, a couple of minutes, I would imagine. That'll be it. Romero has the ball in centre field, halfway. Van der Ven. Werner coming inside. Is he fouled? Yes. Free kick to Tottenham. Left-hand side. Pedro Porro is going to take it. Right-footed in-swinger. See if he can get it into a dangerous area this time. Give his attackers a chance to get a run at the ball. And it comes in now. It's a low one again. It's headed away. It's picked up at the back post by Son. He's under pressure and has to go backwards, which he does do. Comes back to Son again from Udogi. He's going to swing one in. No, he checks back inside again. Udogi. Werner turns one inside immediately. Can't find his man. The ball's cleared out, but Tottenham picked the ball up again. A lot of pressure in these last few minutes. Arsenal can't get it away clear, but they're defending well. And they're coming away with it now with Nwanier. He gives it to Havertz, but Havertz is a long way offside. He knew it. Put his hands up to say, don't pass to me. They did do, and it was offside. Good 2-3 yards offside. Free kick to Tottenham. They want to take this as quick as possible, and they do. To Pedro Porro on this right-hand side. He's going to cross one into the box, into deep. There's a good header, but it's straight at the goalkeeper by Solanke. and the keeper makes a comfortable save. Teddy Sheringham watching from the stands at Tottenham. Could have done with him on the pitch today. Could Tottenham. Keeper kicks one out of his hands long. Tottenham pick the ball up. It's a bit of a headed tennis. Is battling for it. It comes to away into the box is Sterling. Sterling's dispossessed just when it looked like he was trying to get it on his right foot for a shot. And Kulusevski is away down this right-hand side. Plays the ball early into the box, but he didn't give anyone a chance to get in there. It's too early was that pass. Should have just delayed another second or two. It's picked up by Pedro Porro. To the right to Kulusevski. He comes inside on his left foot and puts the cross in. Again, it doesn't beat the man at the near post, and he knocks it out. Picked up again by Tottenham. Pedro Porro looked to swing one in. Way was blocked, so he turns back inside Van der Ven to Udogie. Timo Ven on the right-hand side. He's immediately under pressure. Tries to run down the outside and gets across him, but it's too close to Raya. And on the edge of his 6-yard box, he takes a comfortable catch. Into whatever added time there is now. That's the 90 minutes up. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of extra time. So still a bit of time for Tottenham to pull this one goal back. Ball's played out to the right, but it's sending Sterling a long way back to retrieve that. He comes inside and plays it across. Saliba plays it ahead of him. Goes back to the right to White. White to Havertz. He plays it inside, but it's intercepted. Son immediately plays it out to the right-hand side. Waiting for Pedro Porro to overlap, but it's too tight once he does. It's been closed down. Comes inside to Kulusevski. He's going to have a shot. He is. And it's just over the bar. It's a great effort. Keeper Ray was diving across to his right-hand side, and it was just over the bar. Curling. And just a yard over the bar. Great effort. Player of the match, Gabriel Jesus. I don't think that can be true, can it? I think they've made a mistake with that one. I think it's just Gabriel, not Gabriel Jesus. Well done, Sky. Ball is played long. Challenged. Throw to Tottenham. Van der Ven. Romero. Pedro Porro there. Goes further out to the right to the substitute. He's into the box. Tries to get his cross in, but it's straight at Raya at his near post. And the crossing's been poor from Tottenham. If we're truthful about it, they've got in some good positions attacking the box, but the crossing's been poor. West Brom 1, Portsmouth 0 in the Championship. Is that the latest or is that full time? I think the player's been pulled back for a foul on Havertz, has it? Oh no, Havertz was the fouler. Free kick to Tottenham's been taken quickly, as you would expect. It's played inside. No chance of reaching his man, Pedro Porro. It's laid back to Rayo, puts a big left foot on into it. Ball is played forward. Van der Ven gets it to Vicario. He's looking for an out ball. Werner gets it. He's hit it right across his defence. Picked up by Arsenal. Jesus. He loses the ball though. And then puts a nasty tackle in, but the referee allows play on. There's Werner on the right-hand side now. Kulusevski supporting him. Goes inside to Solanke. Solanke don't really know what to do with it. He's got no support around him. He has to go backwards. The shot is on. It's a deflected shot. For a moment there, I thought it was going in. The goalkeeper dived to the right, and the ball went to the left, and I thought I could see that nestling in the back of the goal. But as the shot's taken, it's Timo Werner. That's what happens. That's why it was deflected, and Timo Werner was stood in an offside position. West Brom top of the league. Who would have believed that? We're into the last minute, 30 seconds of this last minute, and the Arsenal fans are understandably celebrating. Another win in the North London derby. And like I've been told by Casey, they'll be second in the league, which they'll be happy about. Ball's drilled forward to Gabriel Jesus, but the ball goes through to Vicario. He drives the ball forward. Ball's won in midfield by Arsenal. Played forward again. Tottenham picked the loose ball up. Last chance to get the ball forward. It's Pedro Porro on the right-hand side. He's got a chance to swing a ball in, which he does do. It's met on the head by the Arsenal defence. Son has it. He's trying to turn in midfield. Is he going to... He's got a chance. He's cutting inside. He tries to hit a left footer. It's well blocked. Van der Ven out to the right-hand side. They're going to swing another one in. He cuts inside. Goes to the left. Van der Ven. Timo Werner's there. Has to play a 1-2. It's easily cut out by Saliba. He plays it out, and that's the last of the action because the game's over and Arsenal have won it. Bit of a scrappy game in the end. Probably the only one good chance that Arsenal have had, and they've actually put it away. Tottenham dominated possession without really opening Arsenal up too much. I think if me and Kirsty had got the 1-1 draw, we'd have been happy with that because that's probably what it deserved to be, a 1-1 draw. But instead, Arsenal have pinched it. And they go second in the league behind Man City, who are unbeaten at the moment. The Arsenal manager congratulating his team. Wasn't for the purist, wasn't this game. Son was a bit of a letdown today. He was double teamed most of the time he got the ball. He tried to come inside, and he actually tried to come to the right at times as well, looking for space, looking for possession, never got it. Yeah, did you hear that on the news, Kirsty, about this points deduction? They said that it starts, I think they said it starts on Monday, didn't they? And it could go on for a couple of months. And then there wouldn't be a decision while spring. Well, that's nearly the season over with. I mean, what are they playing at? Are we going to find that Man City are at the top of the league, and then in spring they have 20 points taken off them or something, and they're, end up below halfway? I mean, is that what the Premier League's going to do? I can't understand the idea behind it. There's not going to be a decision while spring. If they're found guilty, it hits them hard. I guess what will happen is that they'll be found guilty and they'll get the lawyers in and make appeals and what have you, and it'll be the end of the season before any decision's made. That's what I'd heard anyway. So there we have it, guys. I'll take that score off there now. Thank you to everyone who's joined us today. Thanks to all my Hull City fans. Been a pleasure talking to you. Kirsty, Mercy, Lunas. Really happy that you've supported the channel. Don't forget, anybody else who's been watching, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and don't forget the notification button. You'll get to know when the next games are in. There's a game during the week, and I will be doing one during the week, but I'm not quite sure which one yet. I'm going to have to take a look at the games and take my pick. So if you've hit the notification button, then you'll be notified what game I'm going to do, and then you won't miss it. And hopefully, I can join you in midweek for another live watch along. Any comments? Any comments on the game then? Anything you want to say about this game? Don't think it was the greatest game to watch. Definitely Man United. Which game's that? Man United in midweek? United versus Barnsley. Okay, we'll do Man United against Barnsley. When is it, Kirsty? Is it Tuesday, Wednesday? Just have a look myself. See when. It's Tuesday, 8 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do Man United against Barnsley on Tuesday then, and maybe one on Wednesday as well, depending on which game. But like I say, if you've hit the notification button, you will get an update of which game I'm going to do. But certainly, Man United and Barnsley on Tuesday, 8 p.m. So I hope you can all join us for that game. All you, Kirsty, I'll see you there. I know you'll definitely be there. Mercy, Lunas, if you can make it to, or anybody else who's watched the watch along today, please do join us. Hit the notification buttons, hit the likes, hit the subscriptions. We're going to try and get this channel growing and growing as much as we can. Certainly after my move this week on Wednesday, I'm going to concentrate on doing a few more games and getting YouTube liking me a bit more. But I'd like to thank you all for watching today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Well, it'll be a bit before then, so we can do a bit of a build-up. But until then, take it easy. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week.